Have you ever wondered if that old coin in your pocket or collection could be worth a fortune? Some rare coins have sold for millions of dollars, making them some of the most valuable collectibles in the world. In this video, we'll explore the most valuable coins and what makes them worth so much. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss this. First up, we're exploring one of the most valuable and sought-after pennies in American coin collecting. The 1919 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark, featuring a beautiful red color shade. And yes, we'll also talk about what it's worth even if it's in dirty or worn condition. So, whether you're a beginner or a seasoned collector, this video is for you. Let's start with the basics. The 1919 Lincoln wheat penny is part of the famous wheat cent series minted from 1909 through 1958. It features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front, a design created by Victor David Brenner, and two wheat ears framing the denomination on the back. The 1919 penny without a mint mark means it was minted in Philadelphia, which was the primary mint at that time. Now, what makes the 1919 no mint mark penny special? First, its age. It's over 100 years old. Coins from this era are already more collectible due to their history and relative scarcity compared to later dates. What truly catches collectors' eyes, though, is the red color shade some of these pennies still have today. So, what does red color shade mean? Copper coins naturally develop a reddish tone when well preserved because they retain their original copper surfaces without darkening or toning over time. This red hue is highly desirable among collectors because it indicates minimal wear and good preservation of the coin's original beauty. There are three basic color categories for wheat pennies: red RD, red brown RB, and brown BN. Red coins are the most valuable because they have the least oxidation and wear. Even if your 1919 penny is a bit dirty or has surface grime, if the red color is still visible underneath, that's a great sign. But what if your 1919 Lincoln penny is in dirty condition? Maybe it's got dirt, grime, or some corrosion. Good news. As long as the date and major details are visible and the red color is still present, the coin can still fetch a nice price. Collectors often buy these coins to clean professionally or to add to their collection for grading. So, how much is a 1919 no mint mark Lincoln wheat penny with a red shade worth in today's market if it's dirty or worn? Generally, circulated examples in poor condition might be valued anywhere from $250 to $150. The value depends heavily on how much red color remains and the overall legibility of the date and design. For cleaner, better preserved examples that still show strong red coloration and minimal wear, prices can jump to $300, $500, or even higher, especially if the coin is graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A quick word of caution: if you have a dirty 1919 penny, avoid aggressive cleaning yourself. Improper cleaning can damage the coin's surface and reduce its value. Instead, if you're serious, consider having it professionally cleaned or graded. Remember, 1919 was a post-World War I era. The economy was shifting, and pennies like this one were a vital part of everyday commerce. Holding a coin like this connects you directly to American history, and that's part of why collectors treasure it so much. We explore fascinating coins and their hidden values. Today, we're diving into the 1985 P Washington quarter specifically, a piece that's captured collector interest for its unique color shading and good condition. Is this silver quarter worth more than its face value? Let's find out together. First, let's clarify something important. The classic silver Washington quarters were produced from 1932 up to 1964, struck in 90% silver. However, the 1985 P quarter, like other modern quarters from this period, is made from a copper-nickel-clad composition, not silver. Despite this, certain 1980s quarters can display fascinating color shading or toning caused by natural oxidation or environmental factors. This toning can add a unique charm and sometimes extra value to a coin, especially for collectors who appreciate eye appeal and uniqueness. The P mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, which produced millions of these quarters for circulation in 1985. Given this high mintage, a regular 1985 P quarter is common and typically worth face value, or just a bit more. So what does good condition mean? In coin grading terms, good or G condition is a lower grade where the coin shows significant wear from circulation. The main details of Washington's profile and the eagle on the reverse are still visible, but much of the finer detail may be worn smooth. Despite this wear, a good condition coin still holds collectible interest, especially if it has eye-catching color toning. Color shading, or toning, happens when the metal reacts with elements like sulfur or oxygen over time. On a 1985 P quarter, you might see beautiful blues, purples, or gold hues that give it a distinct look compared to typical silvery coins. Now, on to the big question: what is this coin worth in today's auction market? Since 1985, P quarters are common. Their value in good condition is generally very close to face value, around $40,000. However, if your coin displays attractive natural toning that appeals to collectors, it can fetch a modest premium, typically ranging from $500 to $775. The coin's value depends heavily on how vibrant and unique the color shading is. If you think your 1985 P quarters color shading is special, consider getting it professionally graded or certified. Services like PCGS and NGC will authenticate the toning and condition, which can increase buyer confidence and potentially boost the coin's value. Next up, we're exploring a classic piece of American coin history, the 1950 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark. We'll talk about what makes this coin special, what fine condition really means, and most importantly, what it's worth in today's market. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned collector, this video will give you all the details you need. Let's start with the basics. The 1950 Lincoln wheat penny features the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front, a design created by Victor David Brenner in 1909. On the back, you'll see the iconic wheat ears, which were part of the Lincoln cent design from 1909 all the way through 1958. Now, the 1950 penny without a mint mark was minted in Philadelphia, the oldest and one of the largest U.S. mints. Coins from Philadelphia typically don't have a mint mark, unlike those from Denver D or San Francisco S. So, what does fine condition mean? In coin collecting, coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state. Fine condition indicates moderate wear on the coin. You'll still see clear details in Lincoln's face and the wheat ears on the reverse, but some high points are worn smooth. In a fine condition, 1950 Lincoln wheat penny, the date is clear. The major design elements like Lincoln's profile and the wheat stalks are visible, but there will be noticeable wear and less sharpness than higher grades. While the 1950 penny isn't rare compared to some other Lincoln cents, its appeal lies in its historical significance and the fact that not everyone has a complete set of Lincoln wheat pennies. The no-mint mark Philadelphia coins tend to be more common than their Denver or San Francisco counterparts, but condition always plays a key role in value. So, what is the value of a 1950 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark in fine condition in today's market? Generally, these coins sell for around $15,000, depending on the exact condition and collector demand. Most circulated pennies from this year hold value close to face, but coins in fine condition can fetch a bit more. For pennies in lower grades like good or very good, the value often stays near face value, just a few cents. But if your coin edges toward the higher end of fine or better, the price can go up to around 50 cents or more, especially if it has strong eye appeal. A quick tip: avoid cleaning your coins with harsh chemicals or abrasives. Cleaning can damage the coin's surface and reduce its value, especially for collectors looking for natural wear patterns. Keep in mind, 1950 was a post-war period with economic growth and social change in America. The pennies minted then were everyday coins used in countless transactions. Holding a coin from this era is like holding a small piece of history. To wrap up, the 1950 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark is a common but cherished coin among collectors. In fine condition, it typically carries a modest value between 15 and 50 cents. While not a rare treasure, it's still a neat addition to any collection. Next up, the 1972 D Washington quarter in uncirculated condition. What makes this coin interesting and how much can it fetch in today's auction market? Let's break it down. The Washington quarter was first issued in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The classic design by John Flanagan features Washington's bust on the front and a majestic eagle on the reverse. By 1972, quarters were no longer minted in silver. From 1965 onwards, these coins were made with a copper-nickel-clad composition. This particular coin was minted at the Denver Mint, indicated by the D mint mark located below the wreath on the reverse side. The Denver Mint produced millions of quarters each year, including the 1972 issue. Now, what does uncirculated condition mean? Unlike circulated coins, which show varying degrees of wear and tear from use, uncirculated coins are essentially fresh from the mint. They haven't been used in everyday transactions. An uncirculated 1972 D quarter retains its original mint luster, sharp details, and minimal surface marks. Let's talk about value. Since the 1972 D quarter is a relatively common date with a large mintage, most circulated examples are worth only face value or a bit more to collectors. However, uncirculated coins tell a different story. In today's auction market, a 1972 D Washington quarter, in uncirculated condition, usually sells between $50 and $150, depending on its exact grade and eye appeal. Higher grades, like MS 65 or above, can command prices closer to $200 or more. Grading plays a big role in the value of uncirculated coins. The Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70, helps determine the coin's condition. The closer to 70, the more pristine and valuable the coin is. If you think your 1972 D quarter is uncirculated, consider getting it professionally graded by a reputable service such as PCGS or NGC to maximize its auction potential. For collectors looking to buy, uncirculated quarters like the 1972 D offer a great way to own a piece of history without breaking the bank. For sellers, showcasing your coin's sharp details and original luster with high-quality photos can help attract serious bidders. So there you have it. The 1972 D Washington quarter, in uncirculated condition, is a collectible piece that's both affordable and historically rich. Whether you're adding it to your collection or looking to sell, knowing its value today is key. Next up, the 1945 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark. We'll explore what makes this coin special, what good condition means, and exactly how much it's worth on today's market. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a seasoned enthusiast, stick around because this one is interesting. First, let's talk about the coin itself. The 1945 Lincoln wheat penny features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, you'll see the famous wheat ears, a design used on pennies from 1909 to 1958. Now, the absence of a mint mark tells us this penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not use a mint mark during this era. The 1945 penny holds historical significance, as it was produced just as the world was coming out of World War II. So, what does good condition mean for coins? In coin grading, good is a lower grade, but it still means the coin is recognizable and has most of the major features intact, though heavily worn. For a 1945 penny, that means the date and main design elements like Lincoln's profile and the wheat stalks are visible, but quite smooth and worn from circulation. In a good condition, 1945 penny, you'll likely see that Lincoln's face and the wheat ears are worn down, but the date should still be clear. It's a coin that shows its age and history, having been in many hands over the decades. While the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny is not rare, millions were minted collectors still value it for its historic place in the Lincoln cent series. Its value depends greatly on condition, and coins in good condition are accessible for most collectors. So, how much is a 1945 no mint mark Lincoln wheat penny worth in good condition? Today's market prices usually range between 10 to 25 cents. That's slightly above face value, but not too high, reflecting the coin's condition and common availability. If you have a 1945 penny in lower grades like about good or fair, it might be worth just a few cents, basically close to face value. However, if you have a penny in higher grades like very fine or better, its value can jump to a few dollars or more. Important note: avoid cleaning your coins with harsh materials or chemicals. Cleaning can damage the surface and significantly reduce the coin's value. If your coin is dirty, it's often better to leave it as is or have it professionally cleaned. Remember, 1945 was a pivotal year, the final year of World War II. This penny was part of everyday life as soldiers returned home and America moved into a new era of peace and prosperity. Holding a coin like this connects us to that incredible time in history. Next up, we explore the fascinating world of coins and their values. Today, we're focusing on the 1995 D Washington quarter, a popular coin among collectors and everyday coin enthusiasts alike. If you have one in good condition, you're probably wondering what it's worth in today's auction market. Let's dive in and find out. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. The design features a detailed bust of Washington on the obverse and a striking eagle on the reverse. By 1995, these quarters were no longer made of silver, but rather a copper-nickel-clad composition. The D mint mark you see on this coin stands for the Denver Mint, one of the major U.S. mints responsible for producing coins in large quantities each year. In 1995, the Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of quarters, making this a common year and mint. So what does good condition mean? In coin grading terms, good or G condition means the coin shows considerable wear, but the main design details remain visible. For the 1995 D quarter, this means Washington's profile is still recognizable, though with softened details, and the eagle on the reverse is still distinct but worn. Good condition is typical for coins that have circulated but haven't been severely damaged or altered. It's a step above the lowest grades, meaning your coin is still collectible, especially if you're a beginner or casual collector. Now, what about the value? Since the 1995 D Washington quarter was minted in massive quantities, most circulated examples in good condition sell close to face value, around $14,000 in coin shops or auctions. That said, coins with exceptional eye appeal, minimal wear, or unique toning can sometimes command slightly higher prices, but generally, the 1995 D quarter's value remains modest in this grade. If you're collecting quarters like this one, keep your coins stored properly in coin holders or albums to protect them from further wear and environmental damage. This can help preserve their condition and potentially increase their value over. Next up, the 1953 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny with a Denver Mint D mint mark. We'll explore what makes this coin special, what dirty condition really means, and most importantly, how much it's worth in today's market. Whether you're just starting out or have been collecting for years, this video will give you all the details you need. Let's begin with a little background. The 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny features the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse displays the iconic wheat ears, a design used on pennies from 1909 through 1958. The D mint mark just below the date indicates this penny was struck at the Denver Mint. Denver has been producing coins for well over a century, and its mint mark adds a layer of collectability to many coins, including this one. But what do we mean by dirty condition? Simply put, this coin shows signs of dirt, grime, and surface buildup from years of circulation and storage. It might have scratches, discoloration, or a dull appearance, which can hide some of the finer details. Despite the dirt, if the date and mint mark are still visible and the coin hasn't suffered major damage like corrosion or deep scratches, it can still have value to collectors and dealers. So, what is the value of a 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny with D mint mark in dirty condition in today's market? Generally, these coins sell for about 10 to 30 cents. Because millions were minted that year, the coin isn't rare, and the dirty condition limits the value compared to cleaner or better preserved examples. If your coin were cleaned professionally or naturally preserved in better condition, the value could increase to around 50 cents to a few dollars, especially for coins graded fine or higher. Uncirculated examples with full luster can fetch $300 or more, but those are much harder to find. Important tip: it's generally not recommended to clean your coins yourself. Cleaning can cause scratches or remove the natural patina that collectors value, which can reduce the coin's worth. If you want to improve the look of your penny, consider professional coin grading or restoration. 1953 was a post-World War II America, a time of economic growth and change. Coins like this penny were everyday currency, passing through millions of hands. Holding a 1953 Lincoln wheat penny connects you to that remarkable era. Next up, the 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark, especially one that's seen better days, or as we say, in dirty condition. What's it really worth today? Let's explore. First, some background. The Washington quarter was minted continuously since 1932, but by 1965, the U.S. stopped producing quarters made of 90% silver. Instead, they moved to a copper-nickel-clad composition, which continued through 1966 and beyond. Now, the 1966 Washington quarter is notable because it was produced only at the Philadelphia Mint, and in that year, quarters did not carry a mint mark at all, so no PD or S is found on these coins. Coins found in dirty condition mean they have surface grime, oxidation, or corrosion, along with signs of wear from circulation. This can obscure details and reduce the coin's visual appeal. But how does this affect the coin's value? In numismatics, condition is everything. A clean, well-preserved coin can fetch a higher price, while a dirty, heavily worn coin is generally valued much lower. For the 1966 quarter, being a copper-nickel-clad coin, dirt and corrosion do not affect intrinsic metal value, but they can definitely impact collector interest. Let's get to the numbers. In today's auction market, a 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark in dirty condition typically sells for just above face value, generally between $1,000. This is because it's a very common coin, minted in huge quantities, and its condition significantly limits collector appeal. Important tip: if you have a dirty quarter, avoid harsh cleaning or scrubbing. Cleaning can damage the coin's surface and lower its value even further. Collectors prefer natural patina and original surfaces, even if dirty. While the 1966 quarter is generally common, there are occasional error coins or varieties that can increase value, like doubled dies or striking errors. If you suspect your coin is unusual, it's worth having it examined by a professional. So, to sum up, a 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark in dirty condition has modest value in today's market. Mostly close to face value, but still a neat piece of American coinage history. Next up, the 1947 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny with a Denver D mint mark. We'll explore what makes this coin special, what very fine condition means, and most importantly, what it's worth in today's market. Whether you're just getting started with coin collecting or you're a seasoned enthusiast, this video is packed with information you won't want to miss. First, let's get to know the coin. The 1947 Lincoln wheat penny features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. The reverse proudly displays the wheat ears, a design used from 1909 all the way through 1958. The D mint mark just below the date tells us this penny was minted in Denver, one of the key mints producing coins during this era. The Denver Mint's coins are popular with collectors, and the mint mark can add value depending on the coin's rarity and condition. In this grade, the coin maintains good detail and overall eye appeal, making it quite desirable among collectors who want quality but may not want to pay for a pristine, uncirculated coin. While the 1947 Lincoln wheat penny with the D mint mark is not particularly rare. Millions were minted that year. The demand for quality coins means a very fine example can still command a nice price. So what's the current value of a 1947 D Lincoln wheat penny in very fine condition? As of today's market, you can expect a value between 50 cents and $150. The exact price depends on the coin's eye appeal and the specifics of the grading. For comparison, coins in lower grades like good or fine might only be worth a few cents to around 50 cents. Meanwhile, uncirculated or mint state examples can fetch upwards of $50 to $100 or more depending on quality and certification. A quick reminder, avoid cleaning your coins with harsh chemicals or abrasive methods, as this can damage the coin's surface and reduce its value. If your coin looks dirty or tarnished, it's best to leave it as is or consult a professional. Remember, 1947 was a post-World War II era, a time of growth and change in the United States. Coins like this penny were used every day and reflect a fascinating period in American history. To wrap things up, the 1947 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny, with a D mint mark in very fine condition, is a collectible coin with moderate value, generally between $200. It's a solid choice for collectors who want a nice piece of history without the higher price tag of uncirculated coins. Do you have a 1947 D Lincoln wheat penny in your collection? Take a close look and see if it might be in very fine condition. You could have a valuable piece on your hands. Next up, today, we're taking a closer look at a popular collectible, the 1991 D Washington quarter. If you have one in fine condition, you're probably curious about its value in today's auction market. Stick around as we break down the history, condition grading, and the current worth of this coin. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American coinage since 1932, originally minted to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. By 1991, these quarters were no longer made from silver, but rather a copper nickel-clad composition, which has been standard since 1965. This particular coin carries the D Mint mark, meaning it was minted at the Denver Mint. The Denver Mint produced millions of quarters in 1991, making this coin fairly common in terms of mintage. So, what exactly does fine condition mean for a coin like this? On the Sheldon grading scale, fine or F represents moderate wear, where the major features are clear, but the finer details may be worn down. For the 1991 D quarter, you'll notice that while the overall design remains intact, there's visible wear on Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers on the reverse. Fine condition is a middle grade for circulated coins. It's better than good or very good, but less detailed than very fine or extra fine. This makes it a popular choice for collectors looking for affordable coins that still show strong detail. Now to the important part, the value. Because the 1991 D Washington quarter was produced in large quantities, its value in fine condition is usually just a bit above its face value. In the current auction market, you can expect prices to range from about 30 cents to 75 cents, depending on eye appeal and any unique factors. If you want to maintain or improve your coin's value, storing it properly is key. Use coin holders or albums and keep coins away from moisture and harsh chemicals to preserve their condition. So there you have it. The 1991 D Washington quarter. In fine condition is a neat, affordable collectible with modest value today. It's a great addition to any collection, especially for those who appreciate everyday American coinage. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more coin insights and updates. Got a 1991 D quarter or any other coins you want to know about? Drop your questions or stories in the comments below. We love hearing from you.